welcome back. This is Ferone the Gnome, and we are playing Lord of the Rings Online, and it is Saturday, January 27th, 2024, about 7:30 a.m. in the morning, and you know what that means? It's time for Saturday morning Lotro. So with that said, let's get into this. I am currently logged into my level 94 elf champion, Lorrandan. Let's take a look at where we are on the quest right now. We're in Epic Volume 3, Book 12. Chapter 8, Hill Tribes and Horse Lords. Wordhurst is located in the northern stretches of the Stone Deans, west of the Broadacres. Reeve Frithald believes that the man you pursue has gone westward into Stone Deans. That's correct. I remember that now. She's sending us over there, but we have quests that are here around this quest hub that we picked up in the last time we were playing. So let's see if we can clear out these quests and then continue on the epic. I like to try to complete everything. Let me go ahead and modify the music just a tad loud. Alright. So we have a quest right over here. That one. The Wild Captain. Use campfire to summon Reeve Frithald and her companions. Let's see what this quest entails. Reeve Frithald's encampment lies to the west of Stoke. Reeve Frithald instructed you to meet her party at her encampment. The Council of Stoke determined that Reeve Frithald would take to the field and lead her people against their aggressors, but now it must choose what front to focus upon. Alright. Get on our war steed. Alright. Oops. A little too hard on the reins there, sir. And that's the wrong way. I'll find the way out of here soon. Leave us back this way. There's the exit. Again, let me know if the music is too loud and I will turn it down, or vice versa. I have us a few dozen people to deal with here in a moment while we try to get out to where this location's at. Seems like this is it right here. So let's deal with our people we need to fight. That's one down. Hey, we got the Slayer deed there and the Goblin one. Oh, for the love of God, something is ripping me up. Oh, I don't hate mounted combat. What I hate is the fact that while you're doing mounted combat, because you have to do this large movements like this, you just pick up one mob after another. You can't finish off one and go do something else. You've got to, like, kill 5 of them before you can move on. And I'm probably about to pick up another one. Alright, did we manage to end our battle? Yes, we did, thank God. Alright, here's the campfire. Let's check our alerts over here real quick. Deed completed. That was for the non-advanced version, the Slayer Deed for Goblins. Now we got the advanced version. We need to kill 200 of them. And we got some free Lotro money. There she is. Let me get this to where an adult can read it. Ah, Lorrandan, we have found Cledwin and have drawn him to this place. On your guard, here he comes. Oh, good. It's not going to be on a mount. There they are. So I'm saying it's still, the thing's still over her head. That's odd. Oh, for crying out loud. For some reason I am sucking hard today. And of course I hit the wrong potion. I fat-fingered. Grimar is avenged, but I fear that the invasion has not been hindered. I will return at once to Stoke and consider our next action. Meet me there. It looks like we can go right up here and get in. Maybe easier than the other way. I'll just try to avoid this warband, because I cannot kill that warband. They destroy me. And try to avoid the plethora of annoying mounted mobs out here. While I like my war steed and sometimes I enjoy the mounted combat, I look forward to getting past Helm's Deep and never having to do mounted combat just to get around and do quest ever again. I like the fact that you can't just go around and do your quest you need to do without doing mounted combat, because there's mounted mobs everywhere is what annoys me the most with it. Other than that, I thought the stories in Riders of Rohan expansion was absolutely fantastic, and the stories here in Helm's Deep have been great as well. But I can't say that I'd be bothered if mounted combat was never a thing in this game. I know some people would, and I understand that. I confess that I am distressed, Lorrandan. The assaults on Stoke continue, and more Uruks and half-orcs arrive at Bardurum every day. We must find a way of halting their advance. What do we got here? Quest of Broadacres. Oh, this is just okay. Just clear the list. We're good. It is clear, my friend, that the foe shall not be dismayed. But all the better, for we may yet gain great glory in battle. If we wish to rout the foe, we must strike at their heart. Let us make an assault upon their encampment to the west, Bardurum. The captains you noted there are likely the true leaders of this force. If we can lay them low, the invasion will at the very least be hindered from advancing until they can send more captains. Indeed, Lorrandan. I am through with these invaders. Let us do as Ordlek suggests. These servants of evil shall know the wrath of Stoke. Let us away at once. Alright, we're going to take it to the enemy. Now, what are our alerts here? Deed completed. That was for doing quest. Hey, we got 2,000 virtue. That's awesome. Battle awarded. Hero of Broadacres. And 5 more free Lotro coins. I'm going to go in here. I just put tolerance on to get that in the virtues to start gaining. Since I got 2,000, it finally has something in it. It's not much right now because it's only rank 2, obviously, and I can take it to 47 at this level. But it's got tactical mitigation, and I think that's hugely important. Let me see what I've got up here. Tactical mastery and finesse rating. Finesse rating is really good. Critical rating, finesse rating, so on and so forth. Yeah, I need to build this up before I put it in there. But yeah, I'll be replacing one of those with that eventually. So we have come to it, The enemy is great, but they shall soon know the courage and strength of the Riddermark. Yon gate is guarded by a great troll. We will need to slay the beast ere we can enter the encampment. Alright. Onward for the acres! Shing shing, baby! Hail to the king! Always drives me nuts how the NPCs go back to where they started, then turn around and go forward where they're supposed to be going. Is there another one behind me? Oh, it's just a delayed audio. Nice notice. Let me put my pet badger out to follow me around. Or Wolverine, my bad. Are you gonna let me fight, or do I have to talk to him first? Oh, here we are. Your army is routed, monster. Now you shall know the vengeance of Frithild, shield maiden of Rohan. Do you truly believe that you have fought this far for your own ability, White Skin? You have blindly fallen into the trap. I didn't get to finish reading it. Oh, knocked me out. Will you do that ability? Every time I tried to do it, something happened where you couldn't do it. Alright, so what did he say back there? I scroll up and find it. You truly believe, blah blah blah. You have blindly fallen into the trap set for you. Now you and your friends shall fall. Farewell, shield maiden of Rohan. If only this stuff was voiceovered. And then at the end of that she said, I think the Uruk spoke truly. This must have been a trap. Hark, I hear the steps of many orc boots. Let us hie ourselves from the place lest we become trapped. Alright. Book 12, Chapter 8. Oh, hold on. The battle was well fought, and the foe felt our wrath. Yet I am still not convinced of our victory. I am troubled, Lorrandan. Let me make sure this is done here. Volume 3, Book 12, Chapter 8. Volume 3, Chapter 8. It's gone western. So should I go do that, or will this do its thing or not? Due to phasing conditions, to continue the Broadacre storyline, you must have completed Epic Volume through Book 12. So if I hit finish now, what happens? Oh. So I gotta go do that one now. Okay. Then I can come back here. That was a little on the confusing side, but I see what they're saying now. Alright, Book 12 is going to be over here in the Stone Deans. Where the heck is it at? Over here. So we're up here. We're going to come across and go over to the Woodhurst. Tried to go around him, and it just slid right through him. Poor innocent person, just destroyed him. So while we're riding across the lands, I'd just like to say that if you're enjoying my content, first off, thank you. I greatly appreciate that. If you would, go ahead and on Twitch hit follow. And if you're over on YouTube, please hit the subscribe. Then if you would, leave a like and a comment because that helps push my videos up when people do searches on YouTube. It greatly helps. More than you probably realize. I couldn't believe it myself. But the numbers show that that makes a huge difference. Then when you're done, please head over to the X. It used to be Twitter, and for some reason now it's a big X. Follow me there. It's at Pharaoh the Gnome. I don't know what that means. If it's not Twitter and it's X now, and we used to tweet when it was on Twitter, then what do we do when we're X? Are we Xing? I don't know. I have to ask Elon Musk. Maybe he can tell us what we're supposed to be doing for not tweeting anymore. We're Xing. Any rate. Got anybody's online this morning? Nope. Run a kinship on. First part about Twitter's rebranding to X. Rebranding it is now Twitter videos being called X videos. If you put 3 X videos up, does that make it pornographic? I just wonder. Not sure. I don't know. Moving on. There was a quest back there. Probably should pick that up. I'm wanting to continue what I was doing. Darn it, I feel compelled to go back there and do it because, you know, I'm a completionist. It's driving me batty now. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to continue to stay on my path. Stay on target. Stay on target. This is Gold Leader. I'm staying on target right after I get this deposit. Let's see here. We just go in there. I guess this is. Oh, okay. There they are. They're waiting on me. There's that bug that we talked about on the forums. See how their names weren't there, and I had to turn names off and then back on. And later on, it'll do the same thing. I don't have to log out for that to undo itself. It constantly does. Horn tells me this town is home to many people of Dunlandine and Urahoric blood. Do they maintain the traditions both of my people and of Horn's people? Or have they forgotten from where they came in order to survive in this land? I do not see much I recognize of the Ukluth in this town. The buildings are wrong, the land is wrong. Will the people prove otherwise? Alright, that's Nona. Let's give Horn a chat here. This is Woodhurst. I have desired to see it for some time. So near to Dunland, many of the folk of this town share ancestry with the Dunlanding tribes. Perhaps Nona and I will be able to find a place here when all is through. That is still a good while hence, and I do not doubt it. But my heart tells me that Woodhurst would be more welcoming to us than my own home of Eowyrth. Well, we have more pressing matters than this. Let us find Reeve Hermond and report to him of the danger his town may face. Okay. Likely in here somewhere. It's going to be to the right. It's a nice looking little village. I like this. Is he right here somewhere? Probably inside. Hold it. Is that him standing right here? Nope. We're going to try inside. It's somebody named Callan. That's not him. Go back outside. Ah, my eyes. Oops. Is this another one of those situations where I gotta turn the names off and back on? Nope. It's just, that's not him. Find evidence that, nope, that's not it. Talk to Bryant. in the hideout on the outskirts of Woodhurst. Outskirts. Hideout. Farmhouse. Where's this hideout at? Looks like this is supposed to be that. Is it in here? Can't go in there. Okay, I'm pretty lost now. Let's go back in here. Is there a hideout back here? Ah, cellar. There she is. You are welcome in Woodhurst, but you do not see her. No, that's not her voice. You're welcome in Woodhurst, but you do not see her at her best. My husband has... Okay, it is her voice. My husband has finally succumbed to death, but I cannot properly mourn for him. I must mourn, too, for our city, for it is held in the grip of Dunlending invaders. The blood of the hill tribes flows through my veins, but they are no longer my people. When I wed Haramond and I came to live in his lands, and when I gave him a son, then I was no longer of my tribe. I was part of a new tribe. Bryant's eyes flash, and you see a fire in them that reminds you of Nona. Those who hold the mead hall and bring war to my home may share my blood, but they spill the blood of those I love. Now we are enemies. You have my thanks for this warning you bring, but Woodhurst is already imperiled. What is one more threat upon the pile of many? Speak to my son Hirabrand. He rules now in place of his father. I will answer any questions of yours I am able to. Get down here, he is. He's ruling from the cellar. You wish to help. Good. There are not enough folk willing to help with the problems of others in these trying times. My son Herifar is doing all he can, as am I, but we cannot be everywhere. There will always be somewhere we are not. You may not know much of these invaders, but I do. They are called Dreglith, and they worship worms and lizards of all sorts, but their loyalty has been bought by Saruman, and they go where he commands. Defeat these Dunlending invaders wherever you find them throughout the Stone Deans. You'll find Dreglith aplenty in Woodhurst, to my sorrow and my mother's. Okay, so we got to go kill some bad dudes. I let go of it and it kept going. Okay, he doesn't do anything. It's just anywhere here. Go over this way. Are there any baddies in here? Would any like to step forward and have a word with me? They're all like, no. Okay. Alright, well that's what I thought. He just laughed at me as I left. Look. Oh, okay, that's not a name going. Ignore me. Is this where I'm supposed to be going? I keep seeing a red spot here somewhere on the map. What the heck are these two doing? They got some issues. Okay, it's right in that direction. Okay, I'm gonna go in this building here. I swear, isn't this the building I just came out of on the other side? There ain't no bad guys in here. Why in the world does it have a red circle around this room? Or this building? He's just a salesman. How silly. Alright, we're moving on. I'm gonna go find some bad guys. They're not here in this town. Go ahead and get on a mount. Not our war steed, just an ordinary mount. That way there I won't have to ice skate everywhere. Well, this is interesting. What do we got going on here? Discovered wood is an ore. Oh, what's up there? Have we found bad guys yet? I'm starting to see a lack of bad guys. There's nothing here. I mean, I could go all the way to the top, but I don't know that that's going to matter. I'm just looking for bad guys right now. Huh. About out here. This is on the map. This shows as all red, so maybe this is where they're at. Ah, yes. There we are. Dunlending ruffians. That's going to be Scholar. Yeah, can't pick those up. It's an interesting looking little village they made. I love how in Lord of the Rings Online there's a lot of uniqueness in all the places you go. It's not like, oh, you know how like in World of Warcraft, I don't mean to pick on World of Warcraft, but it just makes itself so easy to do that. But you know how they'll make an asset, an art asset for like a little area to fight something, and then they'll copy paste it all over the map. And it's something I very much like about Lord of the Rings Online is you go places and it's unique where you go. It's not always just the same old copy-paste assets. It's the same artwork, you know, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the layout. They actually took the time to develop the land, the world, so to speak. All these people here. Hey, don't mind me. I just got through slaughtering some people out back. In fact, I'm going to take this guy out here as well. His leader guy's just sitting over there. It's like, yeah, I didn't like them anyway. Nope, can't go in that one. What about this one? Nope. We need more baddies. Serious lack of bad guys here. I think they could have had more spawns in that camp. Nothing. Alright. Where else can we go kill? Oh, was that it? Alright. We're done with that, actually. Back to the cellar. Don't mind me, I'm just riding my horse into your house. You have done well, my friend. Soon this land will be free of their clutches. My son and I will do what we can against the Dragoloth, for they cannot defeat us. Erebrand smiles at your puzzled expression. Speak not in riddles, Lorrandan, and do not exaggerate my prowess or that of my heir. The Dunlendings cannot defeat us. We are invincible. Okay, then. Let's see what we got here. Heavy armor. Might vitality. I like it. Does it have any kind of cool look to it? I'm not into that look. We will take it and we will put it on. What we get here. Enhancement runes. Very nice. I forget. What is the crafting on this guy? Yeah, not Julep. Okay. Or not Taylor. Alright. It is true, an old soothsayer lives in a remote cave among the mounds, and she speaks words of prophecy. She has foretold that I will die at orcish hand, as will my firstborn son. Herebrand laughs most boisterously. Never before has knowledge of coming death been so welcome, Lorrandan. For if it be my fate to die at orcish hand, well, no Dunlaning will be able to land a hand upon me. Thus far it has proven so. Speak to your companions, and if they agree to the journey, I will bring you before the soothsayer Hildegard. Perhaps she will read your fate as well. Okay. We need to go talk to Nona and Horn. Which I'm assuming are back outside of this village. Yep, there they are. See, look right there. The names are off, and I didn't turn them off. Watch. There's the message that says I'm turning them off. There's the message saying I'm turning them on. It's a bug. It's annoying, but it's been around for a while. A soothsayer? Such mystics never speak plain, but deal in riddles to confuse the weak-minded. Herebrand is a fool to believe the words of this Hildegard. I will go with you to this cave if Nona desires it, but I beg of you, do not put too much stock in the words of this soothsayer. There are many mysteries in the world, but I think it likely this Hildegard is merely a woman with an addled mind. The soothsayer will speak in riddles and lies. Mark my words well, for they tell the future. Ha! A soothsayer lives in this land. I am filled with delight, Lorrandan. Such folk truly possess the power of foretelling the fates. Do you remember the dream that drew us across the mountains? We could not fathom its meaning, but a soothsayer such as the one of which Herebrand speaks is more skilled at reading such visions than the like of us. Return to Herebrand and humbly beg him to bring us before the soothsayer. She could tell us much. Alright. Horn thinks that it's BS, and Nona thinks that it's absolutely the gospel. But we'll go tell him that we want to see her. Oops. Sorry about that. There we are. Are you prepared to depart? Very good. Let us see what Hildegard has to say of your own future. May it be so rosy as my own, which frees my hand in battle against the Dunlaning invaders. Travel now. Looks like Twitch has taken everybody into a commercial. So we will wait for them to get back before we do this, because I'm sure this will be some sort of important thing. While we're doing that, I'm going to check my filters. There's the say right there. I'm going to make a new tab. I can figure out how to make a new tab. Create new tab. I'm going to rename that to NPC Speech. And I'm going to set its filter to say. Turn off regional and event broadcast. It's just going to be say. So hopefully that will give me their speech. Alright, everybody's back, so let's work on this. We have arrived, Lorrandan. Hildegard has sight of many things still to come, and the source of her power is unknown to me. Many of my kinsmen call it witchcraft, sorcery such as that practiced by the elves, but I say Hildegard was a woman of Rohan and remains so. Speak to her with courtesy. Mind your feet, she is accustomed to the dark, as we are not. Remember, friends, be courteous. Hildegard, I have returned. Am I welcome? Ah, young Lorrandan, you are welcome at any time. Your visits brighten these dark days. I am not alone, Hildegard. I think she can see that. You'll bring your son, Herefar? He speaks sparingly, but he too is welcome. No, I bring friends from afar. You can see them. They're standing right here. They don't look anything like my son. Let them approach and introduce themselves. You give Hildegard your name, and she nods. It is a pleasure to meet you, friend of Herbrand. Many other roads you have walked to get here, and many more you will walk before you are at last given rest. Much that you have done is already known to me. I need to get to where I can see everybody they speak. But there is much ahead of you I cannot see. May I ask what adventuring discipline you call your own? Interesting. Nobody has anything on them. I guess I just click her. Valiant champion. I'm a champion of what is right. I have nothing to say. I'll say I am a valiant champion. Leningrad looks at you silently, the corner of her mouth turned upwards with amusement. Well? Which speaks more loudly, the deeds or your report of them? Well, you little bitch. Sorry. Keep your weapons sharp, and they will speak for something. Let's go down here. And they will speak for you both of you. Still, I see great victories for you in the days to come. I'll read eventually. This takes no special sight to see. That's what Horn just said. What is your name, doubting one? Your discourtesy shames you, Horn. I did not bring you before Hildegard, so you might insult the woman. Worry not, Herbrand. I am not offended by disbelief. Lorrandan, you believe in my gift. Oh, crap. She's going to put me on the spot. Believe in your gift. I do not know if it is a gift. I do not believe you at all. I'm going to go with I do not know if it is a gift. Because I am an elf, so I would be logical. I do not know if it is a gift. Hildegard remains silent, her expression a mystery. You see much, Lorrandan. Few folk understand the truth of it. Is it a gift to know what comes, or is it a burden? I cannot choose what I see, and often it fills me with fear and sorrow. But it is a gift, Hildegard. With this sight I could set many things aright. Come here, girl. What is it, Hildegard? You kindle, child. Oh, she burns with the heat of battle. Be silent, foolish man. I have battles to fight. They will not wait. It will be some time yet. That is the way of it. Oh. This woman speaks in riddles and rubbish, Lorrandan. If she has knowledge of days to come, why does she not spell it for us plain? Were she to do that, perhaps I would give her my belief, but until then I remain unconvinced. You say you can see the events of days to come. Tell me what awaits me, and prove your claim is true. I cannot say. I thought as much. There is no straight path through this life. Have you heard the tale of Wintergrind, doubting one? Of course. All children of Rohan have heard it. I have sung the tale myself 12 times at the least. Do you believe it? I will not be tricked by this woman. I will wait for you outside. Horn! I cannot believe Horn would act this way, Lorrandan. Has he closed his eyes to everything we have experienced on this journey? He shares the maddening outlook of his people, so Volk will not understand him. Nona clenches her fists and tosses her hair in frustration. We cannot choose to whom we would give our hearts, Lorrandan. That is our lot, but I might have chosen one less stubborn from out of all the kingdoms of men. So if you haven't been keeping up with the story, Nona and Horn met, and they were of completely different tribes. She's from the Dunlandines, and he's from the Riders of Rohan, the Rohirrim, so to speak. And if I've got that right, I think that's what he's with. I'm pretty darn sure of that. Okay. And so they were enemies, but they fell in love, and it was an incredible story how that all evolved and so forth. And those two peoples truly hate each other in this game. They are in this world of Middle Earth. They are bitter enemies. So it's an interesting thing that they have come together, and now, even though love is keeping them together, you can still see that they have issues with one another and their beliefs. I see great battle. Hildegard, what is it? A vast army marches outside the walls. I see a white horse penned by shadows. Your love lies upon the broken ground, his shield shattered. Horn! What else do you see? I see death. No! The list of dead is long, the minstrels mourn. Hildegard, what can we do? The soothsayer Hildegard stands upright, staring forward sightlessly. She still breathes, but she no longer appears to see either you or Nona. Lorrandan, what can we do? If Hildegard speaks the truth, it means Horn will fall in battle. A good death for any warrior, but he is not just any warrior, Lorrandan. He is mine, and it is not glory he seeks. I know this to be true. I will keep Horn from meeting this end. Others have fought their fates. Why not Nona, daughter of Savok, sister of Wadu? You will help me in this, Lorrandan. You will say none of this to Horn. Do you understand? Certainly. All right. So, okay, we gotta go talk to them. Let's get out of walking mode. There we are. We have to do something. I need time to think, Lorrandan. Hildegard is as powerful as I had hoped, and now I wish that she was not. Her words give shape to a grim tomorrow, and I do not want to believe it will come to pass. Am I to lose Horn as I lost my brother? I hope not. Look, their names are gone again. Rubbish and lies, the words of that woman prey on the fears and hopes of all who listen to her. Herobrand is a fool if he believes himself to be invincible on account of Hildegard's witless ramblings. I cannot believe Nona sets any stock upon the words of this woman. She has my heart always, but I am saddened by her belief in this nonsense. Okay, so what do we gotta do? Talk to her? Okay, we gotta go back to the hideout. So what do y'all think? Y'all think that the soothsayer knows what she's talking about, or is she full of crap? I'm not really certain. I mean, for one thing, she was telling me that I do my deeds because I want to talk of it, and that's BS. I do my deeds because I'm a good person, so I don't believe her. Now, do you understand, my friend? Hildegard has unusual powers, and she speaks of the future with a convincing tongue. I have no doubt that I will cast the Dunlandine invaders from Woodhurst, for none of them can hope to slay me or my son. If my death be at Orcish Hen, then no man can hope to harm me. I sent my son Herefara south. I wonder if that's how you say it. Herefara. Herefara? I'm going to go with Herefara. I sent my son Herfarth, and I just changed it after saying I was going to go on. South to the town of Brockbridge, for the bridge over that span is of great strategic importance. He was to help Thane Leofrith, keep that point secure for the Thane. Well, some say his last days are nearly here. My son is strong and will help Leofrith defend the span. Travel south to Brockbridge and meet with my son. He will know how best you and your companions can help. Okay. Moving on. So this goes to reiterate what I've said before about Lord of the Rings Online. It is a story-based MMORPG. While other MMORPGs, a lot of them have stories and they have tons of quests and stuff where you can read the dialogue if you want. Most of it is complete BS and doesn't matter to the game in overall. Lord of the Rings Online is highly story based, and the stories inner arc, all the side stories and everything, and they just it's if you're not reading the stories in Lord of the Rings Online, you're missing the main point of the MMO. This is, to me, this is not a game where you actually, let's get on our war mount so we can go faster. This is not a game where you race to the end and then you do awesome content at the end game. Now, there are people that will tell you that the end game content is awesome and yay, that's all I do. But the vast majority of people I've talked to that play this game, they find the content from level 1 to max level the best. It is playing through the story and understanding how it evolves and everything that is what makes the game great. The end game, just something there for you to do when you get there. And when the next expansion comes out, there's more story that you do up to the end game. I mean, you know, that's what this game is. It's not really a game where that you log in, get into a group, and go do a dungeon over and over and over until you log out. That's not really this game. You can. That's not this game. I think that some people miss the beauty of the game by thinking that it's like that. That it's like EverQuest, where you get in a group and you go grind experience, or World of Warcraft, where you get in a group and you run, you know, the same instance over and over. You know, it's different. It's a different kind of game. Let's go ahead and grab this one here. I want to keep Stoke for now, so we'll put it right here. All right. We're going to go up here and take a right, apparently. Here we are. Hirfara. Check this dude out. That's a cool beard. My father sent you to me, and pleased he did so, but I must confess that your abilities might be more needed elsewhere. My men report that something terrible has happened at the ford of the Eisen, and no one seems able to give a clear account. Men are scattered all over the West Fold, and rumors of battle abound. Stay not at Brockbridge. Someone must learn what has befallen in the West Fold. Some say that the king himself is embroiled in the fighting and may have ridden to Helm's Deep. A raiding party of Dunlandines has crossed the mountains, and they strike from cover of darkness. Their delight in killing the innocent is unrivaled. Their mark is a winged talon, and the fear of them has spread like fire in the brush. I hope to stand against them, but I have been unable yet to find them. They strike and then disappear, as if they wield some skill born of magic. Before you leave, go to the mead hall and speak with the Thane. Leofrith is very weak, and the strain of rule has taken a heavy toll on his strength. It is the courteous thing to do. My father Lorrandan believes I rule in Brockbridge, and perhaps it seems so in action, but I would not presume to tread upon the authority of the Thane. Okay. Come on. There it goes. Eventually. Alright, it's gonna be that building up there. Alright. If you're watching on Twitch and enjoy my content, please hit the follow. And if you're watching over on YouTube, please hit the subscribe. If you would leave a like and a comment, it helps me very much. Alright, see what we got going on here. Leofrith is very weak and cannot speak above a whisper. You come from Edoras? What news? You tell the Thane that the king has ridden to Isengard to wage war against Saruman's forces, and Leofrith's face slowly forms a rictus grin. Good, good. That is the strength, the strength I remember. My son, Amma, surely rides with the king. He is most loyal. Leofrith's voice fades into nothing and his eyes seem far away. You nearly turn away when his eyes close, but then he speaks once more. Help the king. The Riddermark must not Let's not fall. The airlines will... You respectfully wait for more, but the Thane is lost in his own thoughts and no longer sees you. Okay. I don't think the Thane is going to make it. Oh. Defeated by the invisible wall. Do we need to go back and talk to him? Nope, 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 nope. There's something over here. Right here, in fact. Oh, it's Nonan and Hearn with no names above their heads. There we are. Hey, Lorrandan has joined up with us again. He spoke of the Falcon clan to me not long after we first met. I cannot deny their crimes nor their evil, but I wish there was some other who could find them. Nona believes none other could track them, but surely their leader will make some error or some mistake that will lead to his downfall. No, you speak wisdom. If even one innocent life could be spared, it would be folly not to act. Nona believes she can find the Falcon Clan raiding party, and I think she is right. But I will not leave her again. This is a journey we will make together. I hope you understand, Lorrandan. I will see you again in time, but I cannot abandon Nona to this battle. I know the mark of the winged talon, Lorrandan. That is the sign of the Heboglath, the Falcon clan. They became enemies of my people when they accepted the coin of Saruman. They are enemies of yours as well, and of Horn's people. Hirfar says he has not been able to track their raiding party. That is because he is the son of a horse lord and does not know the ways of the wild. He is at home on the open fields, but the people of the Falcon are familiar with the high crag and the paths of the mountains. Lorrandan can lead his people wherever he will, and Hirfar will never find him. But I will. I can move silently and swiftly, and I can find the tracks no horse lord would recognize. We must part again, Lorrandan, for a time. I will see you again when the Falcon clan raiders have been defeated, but I cannot allow them to roam free unopposed. I must do this while I am still able. No others can. Gordon. Horn wishes to go with Nona on her search for the Falcon clan, and I cannot blame him. He believed he could set his love aside while they were apart, but it seems to my eyes that proved incorrect. Rather than send his heart away with her, he would rather walk beside her on her own journey until its conclusion. Of all the strange things that have been done for love, this is perhaps the least peculiar, the desire to not be apart. He charged me with one task in his absence. He wanted me to look after you, Lorrandan. As we continue southward into the Westfold in search of the king, I am to ensure you do not endanger yourself unnecessarily. I told him I would do my best. Our farewells have been said. When you are prepared to go, let us make for Helm's Deep, in the Westfold. Horn says that this is where the king would ride in his march to war, if his march to war ran afoul of danger unexpected. We're going to Helm's Deep, everybody! Alright, let's take a look here. Book 12. Yeah, we're headed to Helm's Deep. Now, I wonder, should I be going back to Broadacres? Am I able to finish the quest that we're going on there now that I've done this? I don't know. Let's go on back to book 12. Check. I mean, we should probably finish going on the Westfold. There's where, is that one? Hold on. Yeah, to Helm's Deep. Okay, let's do that. Let's go. Get on our war steed so we can go fast. We'll go out a gate in that direction. Don't need to kill him, but I'm going to. Shing, shing, hell to the king. That's right. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Would it be possible that there's something on this? I've got to check. In this game, you don't usually loot bodies. But that one was targetable. Okay. Nothing there. Alright. Another messenger. I'm just going to pass them on up. Apparently there's going to be a lot. There's a whole set of quests out here, I'm sure. I'm kind of on the thing where I'm just kind of following the epic right now. I normally don't. I'm normally a completionist and I try to do everything. But I'm getting a little lost in this expansion. It feels like I can go wherever I want. So I'm going to follow the epic for a while until I see something that truly sparks my interest. And then at a later time I may come back and do a 100% on this expansion. We'll see. We'll see. You know how my opinion changes by the second, you know. Squirrel! Toss me a squirrel in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. We need to hang a right up here. Back in Westfold. Done stuff down here. Over here in Kingstead. But now we're going to go up here and down to Helm's Deep. Long ride. That place is utterly destroyed. Another exploration deed opened up to us now. Gambling the Old. Oh, I remember him from earlier. You have come to help us. I know not what help you can give, but I will turn none away. Things have gone ill for us. Alright, we have a couple of heavy armor helmets here. Vitality and might. Might. Losing crit. You probably gain it up from the, well, I don't know. Losing finesse as well. There's a big jump in an item level, though. We'll go ahead and upgrade. What do we have here? Incomparable tracery. The armies of Saruman assaulted the men at the fords of Eisen, and the survivors of the rout are scattered now across the Westfold. No one seems to know where Erkenbrand might be found. He is the lord of the Hornburg during time of peace, and would make his way here if he could. The Odin King turned aside from his course and made for the deep when the size of Saruman's force became clear. His army is already on the march and will soon be here. I welcome all able folk willing to offer assistance, but I know you by reputation and count your aid double. Friends of yours already lend us what help they can. You will find them in the dike, throughout the deep, and at the Hornburg. Okay. Gimli! Hello, friend. I knew you would not miss this chance. This dwarf has had enough of running and riding and talking. Now is the time for fighting, and quite a battle it is shaping up to be, too. The walls of the fortress seem very sturdy, and the men say that the deep has never been taken by an enemy. Aye, and may it not be taken this time either, but I tell you true, that I will be a mite disappointed if my axe sees little use. There are orc necks to hew, and I am just the dwarf to do it. I expect you will find Legolas atop the fortress wall. He would prefer a nice long view of the approaching orcs, whereas I want to see their ugly faces up close. Go find the others. It's actually further up here. Trying to see if there's a stable master here. Do not see one. This is the home of Erkenbrand, but none know what has become of him. Oh, it looks like Twitch just took everybody into a commercial. How long has that got? A minute. Wish I would have noticed. I would have put a thing on there to snooze that. Because we're in some heavy story areas now, apparently. I'll just take this time to remind you that you're over on YouTube and you enjoy my content. Please hit the subscribe. We're growing pretty quickly, and I am just amazed. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. It's almost done. Getting hungry, I can tell you that much. Been going for an hour. A little over an hour here. My God, did they put the longest commercial possible out? Come on, Twitch. Order commercials. It's almost done. They're almost back. That should just about do it. Welcome back from the commercials, all my Twitch people. I am so sorry I didn't hit snooze before that came up, so I waited so we could do the story and y'all could hear it. Sorry about that. Sinuses. This is the home of Erkenbrand, but none know what has become of him. Now the king will rely on the walls of the Hornburg and on the strong arms of his people. Will you help us defend the deep? Thurgtel smiles when you say that you will. The Hornburg has never fallen, and if fortune be with us, I will one day tell my children and theirs that it still has not, even many years hence. This night may be its gravest test, and ours. May we be found sufficient. The next person is... Okay, up here at the walls. We are going to Helm's Deep. We're literally going to Helm's Deep. I see a famous spot up there where a dwarf may have been tossed. I can neither confirm nor deny that a dwarf was tossed at that position, but I believe it might have been. Granted, that would be in the future of what we're at right now, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. Oh, this is so awesome. We're doing have a great deal to do to reinforce the guardhouse. Okay. Hama, my friend! The tides of war bring you once again to the king's shore, Lorrandan. No, this time I will not take your weapons or keep you from seeing Theoden. Now I am pleased you are here, and hope that your skill in battle is as great as I am told. Erwin and I seek to reinforce the doors of this guardhouse, but it is to be hoped that the forces of Saruman do not get this far into the deep. Still, it is good to be prepared. You tell Hama of your meeting with Leofrith in Brockbridge, and the doorward sighs heavily. Thank you for the news of my father. He has been in poor health for many years, but I am glad to know that he thinks of his son from time to time. He is often in my thoughts. If there is some measure of glory to be had in the hours ahead, I hope it is my lot to make Leofrith proud. We are trying to reinforce the doors, but there is not enough sturdy wood in the deep. Everything is either rotted or dry and old. Brittle wood will do us no good. We must hope that Gamling and the other soldiers are able to keep the armies of Saruman from breaching the dike, for these doors will not keep them long. Hama says I am wrong. I hope he is right. Okay, where else do we need to go? We need to go somewhere over there, but obviously not through that wall. Found the stable master. This is so cool. So very cool. Look at this. We are in Helm's Deep. Incredible. There's Sigfirth and Legolas. Legolas, my friend. We meet once more, my friend. You seek battle, you have come to the right place, but if you seek a good rest or peaceful quiet, you should leave this ravine at once. If the numbers reported by Theoden's scouts can be trusted, this entire gorge will be filled with orcs before the moon is down. From here I will have a clear shot upon any foe that seeks to cross the flat plain before the deeping wall. Every arrow I loose will spell death for one of our enemies, but which will I first exhaust, my arrows or our foes? All of us will have our part to play during the coming night. We are well met, my new friend. These are the times that prove the strength of our hearts, are they not? We are lucky to live in such times for the opportunity to prove ourselves up to the task. Saruman's orcs will arrive at the dike, and if they are not defeated outright, they will push into the space before our walls. We will whittle down their numbers with arrows and with thrown spears, and they will shake their blades and gnash their teeth, and will have no choice but to turn away. The Hornburg has never been breached. It will not be breached tonight either. Good day, my friends. I must go speak with other people. Somewhere else. I'm not sure where. Ah, I chose appropriately. There is a maelstrom of activity outside the walls of Hornburg. Welcome to the Hornburg, Lorrandan. This is where I will make my stand. Let Saruman's armies come. They will break upon our walls, and we will scatter them across the fields. There is no shortage of tasks to be done. The only thing we lack is time. The scouts tell me Saruman's forces will be here before the moon is high. Odin is confident the Hornburg will not be breached. Alright, who else? So we need to see somebody in that direction. I can't go in there, right? Oh, I can. Well, let's go. Is it in here? I bet it's not. I don't see... we'll go over and check, but I don't think it was actually in here. There's nothing on the map indicating it's my point. Anything clickable in here? Is there like any collection quest or anything? Found that in one area in Riders of Rohan, I think it was. Either that or Helm's Deep, where I went into this inn and or whatever they call their places, and the tapestry was clickable on the wall, and I clicked on it, and that started a whole deed where I went around the whole room clicking the tapestries. That was kind of cool, little thing to find. This is actually just, this is amazing looking. Helm's Deep is amazing. I love it. Alright, let's go back outside and go around to the back of Helm's Deep. I think that might be where I'm supposed to be going. It's back here. Nope, we can't go around that way. Over in that direction. Hold it. That wouldn't have hurt me, but that's hilarious. I was about to run right in front of the people practicing shooting arrows. That was pretty funny. That was a Darwin moment right there waiting to happen. There's got to be an entry into... Oh, we definitely need to get this. We'll put this right here. Alright, there's got to be a way inside, is my theory. Hold it, there was a bard over there. Hold on. I didn't see a thing above his head. Let's go back. Asked him. Right there. There's nothing above his head that's stating that he's part of a quest. Anyway. Well, hold on. It's not him. Okay, what the heck is going on here? I'm lost. Talk to Eomer outside the keep of the Hornburg. He's outside the keep. Okay, let's go back around. We'll go back up top and go to the Hornburg. I don't see any bridges up there that goes across to it. Off the horse. Horse steeds can be very difficult to maneuver at times. Nope. There's the bridge I'm trying to get to. Ah, here we are. Okay. Is there ways around? Of course there is. Oops, I hit the wrong button. There's the Elmer. And Aragorn. You ride a fast steed, my friend. Were you able to be a help to my sister Eowyn? And how did you find my own home of Aldburg? Has Arsel maintained the village as well as his father once did? Do you give Yomer what tidings you can in the little time you both have to spare? I see. My uncle believes this battle will be over quickly, but I am not so certain. I hope he is right. There will be much work to do to restore the mark, even once the fighting is done. But first, we must survive the coming battle. I am glad to see you, my well-traveled friend. My heart tells me we are in for a long night. The men of Rohan have sheltered in the Hornburg before, and its walls have never failed them. I have seen many points of weakness already, and we have only been here a short while. We must ensure this fortress does not fall. If Rohan falls, I fear the rest of Middle-earth will not stand long. Weapons are in short supply here. Erkenbrand had a small amount for the garrison, but his men took most of the weapons and armor with them when they rode to the fords, and most of them have not returned. The Odin has called for the people of the Westfold to send as many iron goods as they can spare to the deep. It is not much, but we may be able to fashion weapons and crude armor from these iron goods in the hours we have before the battle is joined. Search through one of the barrels of iron goods and sort its contents on the nearby mat. Any strong iron could be useful, but we need to know what we have available. Okay. Where's this at? Ah, here. And there's a yeah, right here. With a third of the goods set out on the mat, you see little of use. Oh, it's the same thing again. What am I supposed to do now? Use the mat near so-and-so to set the iron goods. Oh, okay, we're continuing to sort it. It's just one click at a time. I get it now. I have had an idea, friend. I'm sorry, I have an idea, friend. While watching the men training, I realized something interesting. From a great distance, I could not tell if a man was training with a straw dummy or if his opponent was merely parrying his blows without a great deal of motion. If I, with the keen eyes of my people, cannot tell the difference, what would one of Saruman's ill-bred minions make of it? I think we should carry some training dummies to the top of the wall, Lorrandan. It will make our numbers seem the greater, and any arrow wasted upon a dummy is one which could have struck a fighting man. That is a trade worth any amount of heavy lifting. And where am I supposed to take this? Where's the stairs at? Did I miss them? Oh, they're right here. Oh. You set the dummy atop the wall and hope it will draw fire away from the defenders. That is a clever idea if it proves successful. Unless Saruman's armies turn aside for some reason I cannot tell, they will arrive at the deep during the hours of darkness. They will not be able to tell the difference between these dummies and the defenders atop the wall until they get very near to the wall. And by then I will have claimed many lives of orcs. I spoke for a time with your friend Lorrandan, and I met his sister when we stayed in Lothlorien. If Sigilith were here with her deadly knives, the orcs would have a great deal to fear. While I'm wishing for unlikely happenstance, why not hope for the arrival of an army of our own kin? That would be a sight indeed, but they are far from here and have their own concerns and their own lands to defend. The Rohirrim are on their own. They will have to make do with 3 elves, 1 dwarf, and 1 man. Speaking of Corridon, he wanted me to send you to him. He rode down to the dike and said he wished to see the approaching armies with his own eyes. Alright, farewell, Legolas, my friend. We will meet again. Hold it, not the war steed. I don't need to be ice skating on a horse right now. This is just so cool. This is truly cool. Now we can get on the war steed. If you have a big open area, the war steed's fantastic. Because it goes fast. Straight line, fast, good. Not so straight line, fast on ice skates, not so good. That's not me, it's just lagging. There you are, my friend. I'm glad to see you before I leave. I'm going to ride from the dike and see what I can tell of Saruman's forces. There may be some weakness in their ranks we will be able to exploit. But until I see his armies on the march, all we have is rumor and fear. I will return before long and tell you what I have seen. Do not fear. I will return before the battle is joined, and perhaps with news that can help us. Stand strong and inspire the men of Rohan, Lorrandan. I know you will not let them down. We have been fortunate so far, Lorrandan. Farmers of Westfold have brought more iron goods for us to use. Carry one of these barrels of iron goods to your friend Aragorn outside the walls of the Hornburg. He has been sorting through the barrels for anything of use in preparing the defenses. Are they really going to make me carry a barrel all the way up there? No mount. Yes, they are. This is going to be a long walk. Been going for almost an hour and a half. I'm thinking that we are very close to me calling this particular video, because I want to go make some breakfast. I'm hungry. I gotta find a cat and annoy him for a little while too. Gotta be around here somewhere. Who made this particular quest? Somebody go tell him to stop it. Ooh, sorry. I am glad more barrels of iron are coming into the deep, but there is no certainty that we will be able to make use of their contents. It is worth the wager. Thank you for bringing this all the way here. We get a ring. That's a nope. That's a maybe. That's gonna be it. So, yeah, that is fantastic. Trying to figure out which one I'm going to replace. I think I will replace the one on the left. Aragorn speaks to you in hushed tones. The next few hours will sorely test us all, my friend, but none more than the King of Rohan. It'll be Theoden's resolve as much as the strength of his fighting men that will govern our chances of survival. He will not speak plainly to me, or to any of us, on this matter. It is not his way, nor the way of most who rule. Find Gleowen, and ask him what he makes of the king's mood and temperament. I cannot tell if the king is putting on a brave face, but Gleowen has served him for many years, and will know better than I the truth of this. I last saw the minstrel below us by a pile of straw near the western wall. Okay. Let's get our ring set up here. Alright, so Ring of the Protector is the one I'm replacing. That's the one right there. Here we are. That's not a staircase. There it is. I almost ran right off that. There's Gleowen. I saw the king not long ago, and he seems to be in fine spirits, Lorrandan. He is not blind to the danger, but he does not ignore it either. His is not bravery without cause, but courage based on confidence in his men and his own strength. He sheltered too long in his own hall, and now that he emerges and sees battle, he is ready for it. I do not think Aragorn should worry about my king. Theoden will surprise him when the battle is upon us. I speak of battle, but I am a minstrel and know little of strategy or tactics. You have seen more of war than I have, and this old man counts himself fortunate. There's a map on the table over there. Will you show to me how the attack will progress while we wait? Interacting with the map table near Gleowen will allow time to pass. Action will resume after midnight when the battle is joined. Do I want to get into this right now? No, because we're at an hour and a half and I'm starving, and I'm going to stop it there. So the next time that we pick up the story here on Lorrandan, the 94 Elf Champion, that time we will take on Helm's Deep's battle. Yes, the epic battle in the books, in the movie. We will be doing that battle. So be sure to follow me here on Twitch. and subscribe to me on YouTube. And also follow me over on the Big X. It's at Throwing the Gnome, so you don't miss the epic Battle of Helm's Deep. I promise you, it's going to be amazing. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, morning, night, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Throwing the Gnome, and I'm signing off. Bye-bye!